Hi students, today we are starting our last topic of the chapter, that is respiratory balance sheet. It is a table for you: stage, source and number of ATP. It is a stage, that is glycolysis, and here from direct in glycolysis 2 ATP are direct formed and 2 NADH. As I told you earlier, one NADH molecule releases 3 ATP, so it becomes 2 molecule, it will release 6 ATP. Number 2, pyruvate oxidation, where 2 NADH are released, so it became again 6 ATP. Citric acid cycle, that is TCA cycle or CAC cycle, that is direct ATP 2 and 6 NADH, so 6 into 3, that is 18. 2, as I told you, 2 2s are 4, 1 FADH molecule gives 2 ATP, so 2 2s are 4. So now like that total it became total 38 ATP. The balance sheet of respiration gives the theoretical value about net gain of ATP per glucose molecule. The complete process produces 38 ATP from 1 mole of glucose. Now, amphibolic pathway. An amphibolic pathway is a biochemical pathway that includes both anabolic and catabolic reactions. Respiration is the breakdown of complex compounds into simpler one to produce energy molecule ATP. Hence, the process is called catabolic and the pathway is termed as catabolic pathway. Actually, respiration is the result of both making and breaking. When energy is required, proteins or fatty acids are broken down to form acetyl coenzyme A and further process of respiration occurs. This is catabolism. When the body requires fatty acids or proteins, respiratory pathway stops and the same acetyl coenzyme A is utilized and fatty acids are manufactured. This process of synthesis is termed as anabolism. Thus, we can say respiration is the sum process of catabolism and anabolism. Product of Krebs cycle and glycolysis act as a precursor for the synthesis of fats, proteins, etc. Hence, the respiratory pathway is known as amphibolic pathway. Now, we will see amphibolic pathway. Before entering into respiration, carbohydrates are first converted into glucose, but other substrate can also be respired, but they do not enter into the pathway of the first step. Suppose, for example, fats need to be broken down into glycerol and fatty acids needs to be broken down into acetyl coenzyme A, and then they can enter this pathway. Similarly, glycerol converted into PGAL, that is phosphoglyceraldehyde, and then they can enter into this pathway. In proteins, they first broken down into amino acid and then into pyruvic acid and enter into respiratory pathway. We'll see here now fats, carbohydrate and protein. Proteins are converted to amino acid, carbohydrate to glucose, fats to fatty acid and glycerol. Now, when fats are converted into fatty acid and glycerol, it moves to acetyl coenzyme A, and here glucose converts to pyruvic acid and from pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A, and this acetyl coenzyme A enters the Krebs cycle. In this cycle, release of water and carbon dioxide molecule is there. Now, respiratory quotient. The respiratory quotient or RQ or respiratory coefficient is a dimensional less number that is used in calculation of basal metabolic rate when estimated from carbon dioxide production. It is calculated from the ratio of carbon dioxide produced by the body to oxygen consumed by the body. Such measurements like measurement of oxygen uptake are forms of indirect calorimetry. It is measured using a respirometer. The respiratory quotient value indicates which macronutrients are being mobilized as different energy pathways are used by fats, carbohydrates and proteins. If metabolism consists of lipids, the respiratory quotient is approximately 0.7. for protein 0.8, and for carbohydrate it is 1. Most of the time, however, energy consumption is composed of fats and carbohydrate. The approximately respiratory quotient of a mixed diet is 0.8. Some of the other factors that may affect the respiratory quotient are energy balance, circulating insulin, and insulin sensitivity. It can be used in alveolar gases also. Now, RQ is equal to carbon dioxide eliminated divided by oxygen consumed, where the term eliminated refers to carbon dioxide removed from the body. In this calculation, the carbon dioxide and oxygen must be given in the same unit and in quantities proportional to the number of molecules. Acceptable inputs would be either molecules or else volumes of gas at a standard temperature and pressure. Many metabolized substances are compound containing only the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Example including fatty acids, glycerol, carbohydrate, deamination products, ethanol, etc. For complete oxidation of such compound, the chemical equation is, that is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 arrow, it gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O. So, RQ is equal to 6CO2 divided by 6O2 is equal to 1. For fats, the RQ depend on the specific fatty acid present. Among us, the commonly stored fatty acid in vertebrates, RQ varies from 0.692 to high as 0.759. It was assumed that average fat had an RQ of about 0.71, and this holds true for most mammals including humans. However, a recent survey showed that aquatic animals, especially fish, have fat that should yield higher RQs on oxidation, reaching as high as 0.73. So today whatever we have completed, I am sending its PDF. Thank you.